The Diddy scandal, day by day, is just exposing itself to be darker and darker, and it's truly showing the darkness behind the entertainment industry that so many of us would just like to think is it's all fun and games, it's just movies, it's just entertainment, it's just music. But really, there's a really dark agenda happening behind the scenes that not a lot of people are aware of, and we're going to be exposing it today, and specifically in regards to the whole Diddy scandal. In this video, I'm going to share with you some new evidence that has come out that shows that there might be even more celebrities involved with this scandal than you might have previously assumed. Now, what you're also going to see is more video footage of Diddy telling on himself in the past. Why didn't people take this stuff seriously? Why didn't they take his comments about the parties that he was hosting, even an island that he owned? Does that sound a lot like the Jeffrey Epstein situation? Is he going to Jeffrey Epstein himself while he's in prison? I mean, only time will tell. We'll see what happens. But then at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you a clip from an interview that is going to explain why. Why are there so many people in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry, in the world of athletics, in the world of politics? Why are there so many people that are getting their names thrown into the hat with this whole thing going on? Is it all just like hearsay? Or is there a system at play, a demonic system at play that is actually luring these people in as they step into these places of power? Stick around to the end because I will share all of that with you at the end. Before we begin, I want to share with you, if you're in a place where you're thinking, Cap, I see what's going on. I understand that everything going on in Hollywood and the entertainment industry, the music industry, you got these big companies like BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard that own the entertainment industry, own the music industry, own all the big businesses out there, and they're the ones that are actually orchestrating a lot of the demonic woke agendas that we're seeing in the culture right now, playing out in the public square. What can I do to stop funding these people by buying the products that I buy every single month? Because you and I are funding a lot of the demonic stuff that's happening by buying from these big box companies every single month, whether we like it or not. We have an option for you. If you want to go to switchwithcap.com, I want you to schedule a call with my team to learn how you can switch some of your shopping for basic goods that you'd be buying from a Walmart or a Costco. I'm talking about cleaning supplies, things like that. You can buy made in America manufactured goods. You can buy products that are extremely high quality, save money while doing it, and you're supporting conservative values all through the process. You don't have to support BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard. You don't have to support these massive conglomerate organizations that I believe are actually ushering in the Antichrist system of the one world government, one world religion, one world currency. You don't have to be a part of that. You can actually buy great products at affordable prices, even saving money while you do it, and supporting the values that you and I believe in. Go to switchwithcap.com to schedule a call with my team just to learn more. Link in the description and the comments. And even if you don't end up wanting to switch, our team would love to pray for you on the call. So let's dive in. Let's check out a couple of these clips where Diddy is, I mean, the signs were always there, but it seems like nobody had the stomach to actually pay attention to this stuff.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my party. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. It ain't nothing but breaking down racial barriers, breaking down generation barriers. People from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z, Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on. You know, it's just like people from all walks of life connecting and getting together. Yeah.
Getting together and doing what?
Are the hottest ticket in town. People dying to get into your party. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's cool. You know, it doesn't make me feel any way special. It doesn't make me feel like a bigger person. It just makes me feel like I know how to throw a party.
Everybody, he's talking about his parties. He's talking about how the cops are eventually going to shut down his parties. That was in 1999. Go figure. Look at where we're at right now. Check out this other clip of him boasting about owning an island. For what purpose?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I have an island. This is just for inspirational motivation and uses only. You know what I'm saying? You don't know a lot of black men that come from the hood that got an island. I got an island. It's called Love Island. So when I took you to Love Island, and then you realized that the plane landed, and then we had to float to another island. What was going through your head when we were going there?
I was like, I'm gonna go to war by this nigga, he man.
What was your favorite time that I took you off the grid?
Um,
When you going off the grid with me, you got to go to sleep for a week.
yeah, because it's definitely.
Dude, I'm just saying. Have you ever seen the movie Sound of Freedom, where they go in the middle of the jungle? I think it was in Colombia, where there's this whole child trafficking operation. And we want to pretend like that stuff isn't real. I mean, who knows what's happening on the island? But with everything coming out, having an island called Love Island, it's very secret, going off the grid, can't tell everybody what's going on. One can only imagine. Let's see a couple more things here. Oh, how about this? This clip just came out. What's his face? Jason Lee is revealing all these people that he was aware of that were at these parties. Let me know if you're familiar with any of the names that he lists here.
A lot of these celebrities, every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy's house, which means they've gone through all his phones, text messages. I can read you my text message to Diddy. What day is it airing on the show, on the network? Are you coming on the show? Diddy, what's this? It's all been business for me. It's been business for me. I don't have nothing inappropriate to them people because I don't deal with them like that. So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen Jay-Z at his house. I've seen T.D. Jakes at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis
Bishop T.D. Jakes. That's wild.
Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all. Now, we was all in the backyard, but I've seen them all. I've seen Usher there. I've seen DaBaby there. I've seen Justin Bieber there. I've seen... Everybody's been to a Diddy party. I've seen Lindsay Lohan, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Tyrese, Amber Rose. I've seen them all have been there. Mary J. Blige. I've seen them all. But just because you go to a Diddy party doesn't mean that you were getting sprayed down with Vaseline and baby oil. Because I can tell you right now, ain't nobody ever sprayed me with nothing.
So it's important to remember, before you go crazy and you start speculating too much about these people, we don't know. We don't know what was going on. We don't know if they were there past the wee hours of the night. We just don't know. But you're seeing images like this pop up over the place. You have a guy like Aaron Carter who passed away a handful of years ago. And who knows? Who knows? I think he died either by overdose or by taking his own life, which is horrific either way. But to me, there's like this whole system of trauma that's happening behind the scenes for the sake of power, for the sake of blackmail. I'm going to share this clip with you to help you understand why is this happening? Why is this sort of secret society thing happening behind the scenes that is now finally coming to light? Listen to this.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think every American needs to see. There's such this allure about Hollywood and all the athletes and celebrities and their party life, and it's so dark. It's so dark. And now to find out that there's been this systematic system of sex slavery, sex workers being drugged. I hear this as well. Maybe you can confirm, Yako. Allegedly, the Kardashians are mixed up in this, that there's some documents, there's some proof, evidence that people were being drugged and then things were being recorded, videotaped, and then that was used against executives or individuals to get further in their deals. What can you shed on that topic?
Yeah, the names and what you're going to find here, it's the same circle. It's the Epstein circle. It's the Harvey Weinstein circle. Remember, they run in packs. Football players hang with football players. Baseball players with baseball players. The industry run impacts 15 years of freak out parties. Who do you think went through there? Everybody. They went through there. Now, does it mean they're all complicit in trafficking? No, but they saw stuff and they talk about it and they know what happens at midnight. They know what happens at midnight. At midnight, certain things happen. Girls get naked. All of a sudden, everybody's naked. All of a sudden, they find out, oh, have I been kissing on a man or a tranny?
Yo, that's like legit top 10 nightmares right there. That is, oh, sheesh. That's dark.
Is this a dude or a girl?
All being recorded.
At midnight. And now one thing that cannot happen, and we cannot skim over, is the record label executives. Remember, Sean was led into the industry by a particular record label executive. We're not going to mention his name right now, but biggest of the biggest. Godfather of American music. Made him, right? Funded the freak out parties as a mechanism to gather talent, bring them in. Bring them into our house. Let them not go to another label, a competitive label. Bring them in here, compromise them, wine and dine them, promise them, put them in the studio the morning after. Here's what happens. A girl comes in that has hopes and dreams, that has slept in her car. All of a sudden, she's with Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy tells her, you're my girl. You're my boo. She's at a party. It's a freak party, and he's having sex and not having sex. Next day, she's in the studio. He's delivering on the promise. She's in the studio with record label executives. She's like, this is my world. You traffic a person through knowing their greatest desire and their greatest need. Those two things. So you meet the need, and then you play off their desire, their ambition to be a star, and you give it to them. Remember, David, I'm not speaking 30 years in human trafficking. But where did we start with human trafficking? My sister was trafficked by a record label executive. This is where this started for my family. We know this inside out. They deliver on actual promises. Then it becomes family. It's us. You can't break rank with us. If you go against us, they're all going against you. We got dirt on everybody. We filmed everybody. Politicians, David, wait until the names of the politicians come through, and the athletes. Wait until the names of the athletes come through. 15 years.
What about the video? What about the videotapes? Are those going to be admissible somewhere? Is that all going to be collected? All of that stuff going to be filed so that the American people can hear it, can see it, can at least know it? We don't want to see it, but can see exactly who's on there. How confident are you that the American people this time, unlike Epstein, are actually going to be able to see the names of the people that are complicit in all this absolutely evil deeds?
Something interesting is happening. Damian Williams, the U.S. attorney, right? That's the prosecuting attorney here that filed this, right? I don't know. This guy's cut from different cloth. He's not a typical New Yorker. He's playing a different kind of a ball here. He will have to subpoena the FBI because they've got it. They raided the house, remember? The houses. Like they raided Epstein Island, like they raided everything, like they raided Rudy Giuliani's house and got Hunter Biden's hard drives. They sit with it. They've got it. They have it. They're probably going to have to be subpoenaed to present it because it's not with the court at the moment. It's not with the prosecuting attorney. It's with the FBI. Now, is the FBI going to play ball? I don't know. I hope so, David. I hope they get it court ordered by a judge to say you will release that to the court. Does the American public see it? I do not think so. I really don't. But I do think the court sees it.
I hope the court sees it too, frankly. I hope we do understand what's going on. But here's why I say that this whole thing is demonic. Did you catch what he was saying about how, what do these people do? These record label executives, they prey on your need and your desire. They meet your need and then they lure you in based off of where they want to take you or where you want to go. And the need is met so that they can build trust. And then now it's like, okay, well now do this and this so that we can take you to where, give you whatever your heart desires. Does that sound familiar with a character from the Bible? It reminds me of this character in Genesis chapter 3 called Satan, who deceives Adam and Eve and says to Eve specifically, hey, if you eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, if you know the story, if you eat from this tree that God forbade you to eat from, because he told you not to eat from it. Why? It's not because you're going to die. That's what Eve said. Well, God told us that if we eat it, we're going to die. Satan said, no, that's not what's going to happen. If you eat it, your eyes are going to be enlightened and you will start to see how God sees. And God doesn't want you to be like him. So you should eat from it because he's actually holding out on you. The rest of the story, Eve eats the fruit. She and Adam both eat. They get put under this curse called sin. And it's why we're seeing all of the craziness happen in the culture that we're seeing right now. This is obviously from a biblical perspective. But that same spirit that overpromises and underdelivers and preys on insecurities and preys on you and says, God is holding out on you. I will be your savior. I will take you to the future that you desire. That's exactly what the devil's done. And the devil continues to destroy God's people for a lack of knowledge. And here we are, 2024, there's nothing new under the sun. This same spirit is behind everything going on in the entertainment industry and in the culture. But here's the good news. The good news is you can look at what's happening in the world. You could say, well, this is so evil. This is so demonic. And yes, that's true. But the good news is that Jesus is coming back very soon. When we see all of this stuff getting exposed, Jesus said in Matthew 24, you're going to see lawlessness increase. You're going to see immorality increase. You're going to see the love of many grow cold. All of this is going to happen more and more and more and more and more until the day that I come back. Look at the signs happening in the world right now. They will testify that I am coming back to make all things new, to judge the wicked and to establish righteousness in the earth. So as a believer who has a relationship with Jesus, who's been forgiven of my sin, I look at this and I'm saying, God, bring it on, come back and make all things new. But if you are not in right standing relationship with God, that day, that's going to be a really rough day for you and for everybody else. Here's the good news. All of that can change if you come into right standing relationship with God. I have another video at the end of this one that you need to watch if you're looking at everything in the culture going on and you're asking yourself, the devil seems to be more real than ever, but what about God? How do I get on God's side and not be on the devil's team? I want you to watch that video to learn about how you can come into right standing relationship with God. Go watch my live Bible studies as well. And as a final reminder, if you want to stop funding these big conglomerate organizations that are actually behind a lot of the junk you're seeing happen in the culture right now, you can do that with the stuff that you're buying from the grocery store every single month, the boring stuff, cleaning supplies, etc. You don't have to support that. You can support made in America manufacturing. You can buy eco-friendly, high-quality products. You can save money while doing it, and you can support conservative values in the process. Go to switchwithcap.com, link in the description and the comments, and please schedule that call to learn more. Otherwise, God bless you guys. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.